Hi, this is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Tangle Teacher, and you get to see my kind of messy studio. When you haven't been filming for a while, you collect all sorts of stuff in your studio. So, but today we are doing Why Not by Herman Jr. Parks, and I know I didn't say his name right. I even went to my pronounce app, how to pronounce his name, and it didn't do very well. But this is a fabulous tangle. Have you ever saw a tangle and then you think, I love that tangle, and then you go to draw and you just keep like, okay, this isn't right, I don't like this didn't turn out, and I just had to keep drawing and drawing and till it came to me how I could teach this that would make sense. So I have like a stack of tangles, and some people say, oh, there's no mistakes, only opportunities. Opportunities for it to go in the trash. For me, that is. And so, anyway, we're going to do why, as in the letter Y, Why Not, by Hyman, Hyun, Jr. Parks. So, let's get started. So here is Why Not. I drew this one, and it just didn't turn out. And I tell you, I have a stack of tangles, and I even drew on the back that I felt like, well, that one kind of turned out, but you know, anyway, I had a stack that I didn't think turned out well. Except now I'm looking back at that one. It's a good thing you don't throw them out. I might embellish that one some more and find out it turned out great. So I've done them on brown because I love to do a little white. So I'm going to take a Renaissance tile color. It's a little browner than Renaissance, but I like how things turn out on it. And I'm going to take my pencil, if I can find my pencil on here, and I am going to, oh, it looks like I picked up two. I'm going to draw a space to, I'm going to draw my border. And then I'm going to draw another border on the inside, just a square on the inside, and it really doesn't matter if it's exactly straight or not. You know how it is with Zentangle. And again, I'm using my 05 pen because it is a little darker for me and broader tip, and I don't squish the tip. So now I'm going to put an X inside of this that little square I have in the center. And now the trick for this is that you look at your border and your X, and you're going to draw a line that is this same angle as that string or that you put in there. So I'm going to draw a line up that's the same angle, so you can see that it's parallel with that. And then I'm going to rotate it just a tiny bit, and I'm going to do a line that's parallel with this one going out. So I get, and then I'm going to draw a line that is parallel with this one. And you get your kind of Y shape. And I found that if I draw it like this, I can just get it more even. So I'm going to draw my line up, and then I'm going to draw my line parallel with this one, and then parallel with this one. And I rotate again. I'm going to draw up. I'm going to draw my line. This time I want it to kind of be parallel all the way with that one, and then parallel with this. So draw my line, then parallel with this line, and then over. It's a little tiny bit ski-wompy there, but if that's a word, but I still think it's going to work out just fine. Now I've got why not drawn, so what I like to do is to put a little shading in here so I can recognize where it is. So I'm going to shade. I almost shaded in the wrong spot. I'm going to shade kind of an X on both of those. And I'm going to take it and blend. And I'm using a Prismacolor pencil in gray because I like I don't like the smearing, or when you use graphite in your filming, it shines too much. Now this is going to blend it just a little bit, and you're going to see that it makes my paper dark because I'm using an odorless paint thinner. But I just want to blend that just a little bit, and it's going to dry. But you can see that X. Now I'm going to come up here, and I am going to do this side of my ribbon, my why not. It's really formed a ribbon, and if we think about it, this is under. I want to shade dark everywhere that ribbon might go underneath the one prior. So, and it's going under here and under here. And when that dries, we're going to see a little bit more. Now you kind of want to watch till the end because I'm going to do some fun things that embellish this that I think what made it gorgeous. So now my knot is done, and now I'm going to embellish around the edges like I did here to kind of bring that knot out. So first of all, I'm going to start with, I'm going to put a tangle on my ribbons so that you can kind of tell what it is. So I am going to use, I don't recall what this name, it's kind of beeline but not curved. So I could do beeline and do it round, but I'm doing it straight. I'll do a beeline here in a minute that is curved. But I just fill in so that ribbon goes under and it comes up here. And I really tried to get my ribbons so that they were the same size all the way through. That's what took some time, and I still don't think that I have my ribbons so that they are the same. So I'm going to change to a PN pen in in the kind of a brown, and I'm going to do beeline. Beeline is rounded. And it's usually done in a square, but you can take those tangles and just reinvent them. You could even call this crescent moon. But you just kind of take your tangles and pull them apart and use them anywhere you want. There's no rules. If you've read Molly's, or maybe it was Julie's post. It was Julie's post about are there rules in Zentangle on the blog this week? You will know there's no rules. There's one rule. Have fun. Rule number 2, refer to number 1. I don't know if that was what Julie said or if, but you can see how this is helping that tangle kind of pop out. And I could do the same tangle on both sides, but I think I'm going to just do something a little different. I'm going to put some circles. Call this, oh gosh. Oh, triple E. I'm just going to do triple E in there. And it's kind of hard to see that one. So sometimes I come back and I add a little white. So you can kind of see where that ribbon is going. And then I can do just some striping with my jelly roll. Very simple. So there is, why not? Now, to finish out this outside edge, to give it something fun and crazy, let's do I Can This. So there is the stem. I love I Can This. It's a beautiful leaf. And you can make them going either direction. And of course, I'm not paying any attention to my pencil border. Sometimes I obey the rules and I keep within that border, and sometimes I don't. So this time I am not keeping myself within that, but I'm just going to embellish the sides of this coming out of that knot with some fun leaves and vines, and I can this. Oh. Well, that one was a little weird, but there's no mistake. There's where there's no mistakes. When you've already got something started and you don't want to have it have, you say, oh, I made a mistake and throw it away. But I've done that before. So now I would go back and I've got to add some, oh, there it is. Keep picking up the wrong pencil. I'm going to add some gray to these, and I'm going to add it down the stem and just in the bottom. Then I'm going to take my, and I have a little pot that has paint thinner in it, and I use that to blend. I forgot to tell you that when I was blending the other. I dip it in my paint thinner. Some people think this is toxic, and it may be, and you can use, they say you can use other things, but I like baby oil, but I've never tried that. So, and then I like to use, instead of a white chalk pencil, I like to use the Prisma white, because I can blend that without it smearing. And if you have a light touch, you can really give this some, you know, highlights. And then you've got the low lights. And you can see how your why not is turning out. You can always, I'm going to do another, like, go back here, and I'm going to border my and then I'm going to come back in, and one of the things I love the most is orbs. If you've ever watched any of my videos, if I fail to put an orb in there, I don't know, I must be on a downer or something. I love orbs. I love what they do to, I know, they just add so much, and they're so easy. And I call them orbs because they're not circles. They're not perfectly round. I'm just drawing a orb. And I like to start on a line and end on a line, and then your start and stop points don't show. And I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to put a border on my, that was my original border that I did. And now I'm going to come back, and I'm going to scallop this. So I went all the way around and just gave it a little frame. And I can also bring my ribbon out from underneath. So now it's out from underneath, and I did stop it on my border, and I can go back now and bring this out with, you know, whatever I've done before. I can, you know, continue that on those ribbon lines. Excuse me for holding my pen so low. But you can see how that is just making this, oops. If I say that in class, they get to, I have to give them a prize. So what I'll do is if you place an order and in the comments you write oops, you'll get a little gift in your order. So that's a paid order, not one of the free things, because I don't, you know, but if you do that, I will give you a little free gift in there, like I give my class. A little So there you go. You see how now I can just, you know, continue doing something on here. I could continue to add some of my canvas that comes out underneath. So it looks like it's coming out from underneath the frame. And so you can just keep going and have such a great time with Why Not? And here's one I did that I thought turned out really fun as I was practicing. So this one I did on the angle. You know, I set it on the angle. This one's on the square, and I will finish those up. Here's one I did that has some mistakes in it. If you can see the mistakes, you're great. If you can't, more power to you. So a lot of times people don't ever see your mistakes. They only see the beauty of it. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. New videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thanks for being patient during my big absence. And then I need to say I am so excited. I've been chosen to do the calendar, the Tangle a Day calendar again this year, 2 times in a row. What a honor. Thanks again and have a great day.